Okay, I don't know this. Okay. Mm-mm. Okay, so we're live here. If Okay, so this is my first time using this setup. So if things go a little crazy, just kind of bear with me. If you're watching this, just let me know in the comments sections. Just put here in the comment section if you're watching this live. So without further ado, I'm just going to go ahead and get started. My name is Deanna Troop, and you're watching the Deanna Troop Show. Um, and this is the first time in a while I've done a live. First time with this setup. I'm using StreamYard and a different camera than what I'm used to using. So, like I said, just bear with me. Uh, in today's episode, I am going to talk about working from home, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Now, a little bit about my background. I have been working from home since before it was cool. Um, I think I first started this journey, I want to say like in 2002, perhaps. I started with just blogging and trying to sell things on eBay. So let's fast forward. I've had tons of customer service positions, and also I've done freelance writing. So I have a wide variety of experience at various levels at working from home. And yes, there's different levels to this. So, but my primary experience has been in doing customer service for major companies, as well as doing freelance writing and ebooks, coaching, consulting, all of those types of things. So, um, I'd like to just start off with some of the pitfalls to working from home that people may not have talked to you about when talking about working from home. So, one of them, if you're an extroverted type of person, one of the pitfalls can be that you don't interact with people a lot. Like, if you work in a regular type of brick and mortar job, you at least get to see your coworkers every day. And, during your breaks and your lunch times, you can talk with uh, the coworkers that you vibe with, on your breaks and lunches. And sometimes, depending on where you work, you can even talk to them while you're working. But when you work from home, you don't typically get that interaction. So for some people, that's a negative. Now, for me, that actually turned out to be a positive because, well, how do I put this? For me, people can be a distraction. So, like, if we're getting into a real good conversation, then, I get sidetracked and kind of get behind on what I'm supposed to be doing for work. So for me, working from home eliminated that because it was just me and the task at hand. So for me, not having a lot of people around turns out to be a positive rather than a negative. Another thing is sometimes you just I don't know how to put this. You get kind of feral when you're working from home because I mean, let's face it. A lot of times, if you're not going out, then you really don't have to be worrying about, oh, you got to change your clothes every day or you have to do your hair a particular kind of way. If you're working from home, honey, you can just slap that bonnet on and keep it trucking. So, like, sometimes your appearance tends to kind of go to the wayside because there's nobody to see you but you. Um, Also, sometimes when you work from home, your family does not really view it as working because you're at home. So you may have those relatives that go, "Oh, well, you're at home. Can you like just grab my packages from me, or can you just wait for the cable guy to show up, or the plumber's supposed to show up?" Hello, I'm working. If I was at a on-site type of job, I couldn't be sitting there waiting for your FedEx guy or getting up whenever the doorbell rings or what have you. I am working. I cannot be interrupted. But a lot of times people just don't seem to get that. Or the other thing is they want to be calling you all the time. Like, well, why didn't you pick up the phone? I'm working. I can't pick up the phone because I'm at work. But you're at home. No, I am working. I might be physically at home, but I am working. So, no, I'm not going to pick up the phone while I'm at work. You wouldn't expect me to pick up the phone if I was at an on premise job. So, no, I'm not going to pick up the phone when I'm at my work at home job. It's not going to happen. And that's the bad part. Now here is some of the ugly things that you need to watch out for. Now this is typically on the employer side where things could go a little bit to the left. First of all, um, communication. If when you're applying for these positions and the company is lackadaisical in communicating with you, whether it's your milestones or just if they've even received your application or or what they need from you next. If they're not clear about that, then my advice to you would be to run away because that means they're unorganized and they're going to be unorganized when you start working for them, and that's just going to be a whole big mess. Also, if you're like in the training part and they are not too forthcoming with details such as how much you're going to get paid, when you're going to get paid, what types of documents they need from you so that you can get paid. Um, if everybody keeps asking that and the trainer keeps deflecting those questions, that's a good I it's a good idea for you to just run from that position because if they are again, if they're not being forthcoming with you about your pay, then you don't need to be dealing with that company because that's important. You need to know how much you're going to get paid, when you're going to get paid, um, how to do, who to submit your direct deposit documents to, your W-4s, your other, tax documents and all that. That's important. You need to know who to send that to and um, like the deadlines and all of that, so you can get your money. I mean, after all, that is why you're working, right? Because so you can get your money. I mean, nobody's doing this for free, I hope. And that's another thing. Some of these companies, um, their policies are like if you have tech issues, a lot of times they won't pay you while your systems are down, even if it's their fault. So that's a big okay, I'm just gonna come out. That's a big cluster because you should not be penalized if their systems aren't working. That's not anything you can control. Um, so now that we've gotten the bad and the ugly out of the way, here are some of the good things that you can acquire from working from home. Um, So for starters, that commute. If if you live in a major city, well, such as Atlanta, where the traffic is horrendous, working from home is a big, big plus because you don't have to deal with sitting in traffic and having road rage and being stressed before you even start your work day. And vice versa. When you come home, you're not agitated and cussing your family out because of the horrors that you went through dealing with your traffic trying to get home. Another thing is um, working from home, it allows you to be more present for your family. I mean, obviously, not while you're working, but since you have eliminated a lot of the stressors that come with working an on premise job, then when you are at home, you're at home and you're not having to spend so much time de-stressing from having to do all of that commuting and dealing with all of the office bullcrap that you deal with when you work at a brick and mortar type place. Another positive is dealing with the C word I'm not going to mention. If you work from home, then you're not as exposed to all of that because you're at home and you're not intermingling with people who, may not be as cautious as you when it comes to dealing with that C word thing. Um, so that's another benefit. Also, by working from home, you're able to um, be more healthy because you can you'll have more time to make your meals. You'll also be able to get your exercise in a little bit better because you have more time to do it since you're not spending so much time commuting. Also, you'll be able to do things like journaling because you're going to have more time since you're not commuting. And and another good thing that happens from working from home is you save money because you're not eating out so much. Since you will have more time to prepare your meals at home since you're not dealing with commuting. Y'all see a pattern here? I hope so. Um, Also, another good thing about working from home is that you will be able to take advantage of certain tax deductions. Now, mind you, I'm not an accountant, so you'll want to do your own research about the various tax deductions that are available for small businesses and people that work from home. You can just go to the IRS website and they have all the information that you'll need about the various tax breaks that you'll be able to take advantage of from working from home. So I'm going to pause and see if I have any questions in my chat section. Okay, so we've talked about working from home as doing it as a job. So now I'm going to share some things about other ways that you can work from home. So you can also work from home as a freelancer. What does that mean? Well, if you're a writer or you're good with graphic design, maybe you're good with editing photos or videos, or even um, coaching or consultant, these are also some things that you can do from home and not have to deal with commuting. Um, Although, truthfully, I think coaching and consulting may not fall under freelancing. They might have like their own little distinction, but yeah, those that's basically it for today's live stream regarding working from home. I hope that you and get some benefit from this, whether you're watching it live or whether you're able to watch it on the replay. If you do catch the replay, make sure that you leave a comment and say that you were watching it on the replay. And remember to subscribe and like this video and share it with your other work from home friends. This has been the Deanna Troop Show, and remember, live while you hustle. Have a great day.